Good morning, wrestling fans. Welcome to PWR Today for Tuesday morning, March 23rd, 2021. Man they call Meathead is my name. Linda K is her name. Good morning, Linda.
Good morning, Meathead. How are you feeling this fine spring morning?
Percolating. I'm percolating. I'm pumped full of caffeine, some of it natural, some of it not. We had lots of business started. We had lots of business handled last night on Raw. We've got PWR draft news as well. We've got movings and shakings. We've got 2 events left before the end of the season. Whew, we got a lot of stuff to talk about. Let's get to the sponsors right away, okay?
Yeah.
With it being spring, again, I talked about this yesterday. Don't let your winter fro hang out of your shorts. Get on over to manscaped.com. Get yourself all manscaped up and silky smooth like David the Zohan Hero. 20% off with promo code PWR. Gets you the lawnmower. It can get you the whole kit, the gimmick bag, as I call it. And, it's all free shipping. Manscaped.com, PWR promo code, 20% off. And collarandelbowbrand.com. They've got more shirts coming up. That's why they had the spring cleaning. So they put some of the new merchandise for spring 2021. PWR 360 will get you 10% off. And Uncle Al's giving us free shipping for anything over $40 if you're doing an order, buying a couple t-shirts. collarandelbowbrand.com will give you free shipping. And on over there with the promo code PWR 360. Boy, oh boy. Linda, we've been doing these promo spots for a while. And you don't flinch. I don't even flinch when I'm talking about somebody's winter fro hanging out of their shorts.
Yeah. I was just like, oh, very true. Oh, it's true. Yeah. It's true.
I mean, but seriously, imagine the first time we did this. I mean, you probably snickered, giggled, talked about, fill my crack in, all that other good stuff.
Yes.
Here we don't even bat an eye when I talk about somebody's winter ball fro. Wow. Where are we? I mean, next thing you know, on Raw, they're going to say bullshit. So
they sure did.
They sure did. Let's talk about Raw last night. They did lots and lots and lots of business. How many matches did we get set up, or how many details of matches did we get last night? I felt like we had an entire month's worth of booking done in a 3-hour show.
Indeed. We had so many of these matches teased the past couple weeks, so it's great to have official confirmation of a ton of matches set for WrestleMania.
Let's do some news first. Andrade officially released from the WWE, and the news is that he does not have a no-compete clause. So Andrade could show up, hypothetically, on AEW tomorrow night. Is that going to happen?
I don't want that to happen so quickly.
I don't want it either. Yeah.
I mean, there was already that huge debut of Christian Cage, or huge announcement, and then, we recently had Rusev, Rusev, I can't even think of his real name now. Thank you. I just think it'd be too much right now, too soon. Let's keep things rolling with storylines that are already in place with AEW, I feel.
Yeah, I think it would be a distraction, honestly. But, again, if the talk is true, I mean, if he has a no-compete clause, he's gone. He's out. He's set free to explore other employment opportunities, promoted a customer, if you will. So right now he's a member of the WWE universe, technically, right?
Yeah. Maybe we can get him in with GLCW.
Maybe. We'll have to talk to Booker Man, Dave the Zohan Hero. That kind of leads me into the other bit of news. We've seen a weird story that was going on for the last few months. Lacey Evans hanging around with Ric Flair. Oh, Lacey's pregnant. Oh, Lacey's really pregnant. Lacey is gone. Charlotte was supposed to head towards Asuka for WrestleMania. Ooh, that's over too. Charlotte's at home with the Rona. She's got COVID-19. She tweeted it out. Rhea Ripley, as we're going to talk about in a second, mentioned it in her Raw debut promo. Charlotte does not look like she's going to WrestleMania. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I would say I'm surprised by this, but knowing of the release of Andrade,
Yeah, there's something to read into that, but honestly, I mean, how much is really there? Because, I mean, Charlotte can walk into that company and be the main star in that company. I really do think that maybe she's just taking a quick sabbatical, just a quick break.
Yeah, I mean, the way it was.
And she may very well have Corona.
Yeah. I mean, in theory, she could be back in time for the actual WrestleMania weekend. But then again, it's like, what would it be at home promos and vignettes? Like, it just wouldn't add much, especially if she was supposed to have an actual face-to-face, nose-to-nose, mouth-to-mouth, if you will, in ring with Rhea Ripley and pointing at the sign. We wouldn't have gotten that, and that just would have killed the momentum a bit if that was to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as you said, she is a huge star. When she is ready to come back, she can walk right in, and in theory, whoever wins the women's championship at WrestleMania for Raw, she could walk in to Raw the next night, Raw after Mania, and demand a match. I mean, she's Charlotte Flair. She's the queen.
Yeah, she could absolutely do that. And, I had been pounding the desk all year long saying that Rhea Ripley should win the Rumble. She didn't, but she made it to second. She was the first loser. And she should be in the main event for one of the women's belts at WrestleMania. Half of that came true. And I thought it was going to be against Charlotte. That doesn't look like it's going to happen. But, I mean, if it happens the night after on WrestleMania, I mean, I'm prediction adjacent, if you will. I'm right next to that prediction. So.
Yeah. I mean, I loved the setup that we got with Rhea Ripley coming out after Asuka's match and them having a little bantering. And I enjoyed it. We could see now, okay, this is probably where the match is going. And, we may not have gotten much Rhea Ripley on TV as of late, but let's go back a year ago where she had that title shot, or she had the championship, excuse me.
She was the champion, and Flair won the Royal Rumble.
Right. And now she can get that opportunity to try to attain the Raw championship this time in front of thousands. So I think this is a marquee match, and I think a lot of people are definitely happy with that matchup, just like us.
Linda, we're not going to do the normal setup here. We're not going to go match by match through Raw sequentially here. I want to talk about Asuka. Let's stay in this segment here. Mm-hmm. They keep saying that she had a tooth knocked out. There was way too close a zoom in. I think she lost a few of them.
Did you see definitely a lot of stuff. It looked like that flew out, or is a really huge tooth or something.
Yeah, no, it looked like about 3 pieces. Maybe she had maybe she wears a falsie. Maybe she's got some sort of piece that she wears in her mouth and she takes out at night, where she's had them knocked out before. Did she look like she lost about 3 pieces?
Well, she has a great smile again.
Yeah, to see it. Well, I mean, the WWE must have a good dental plan, because Cesaro got his teeth kicked out too, and he. I'm surprised Asuka's not wearing the mouth guard.
I was just about to say that. Yeah.
Because I mean, we think Cesaro, we think mouth guard, but Asuka was not wearing a mouth guard.
Well, she's got that great of a dental surgeon that should it happen again. She's covered.
Yeah, exactly. So we had that happen. So that's one of the matches that got set up. Secondly, we had all sorts of different matches going on. Excuse me, throughout the night. Lashley led off the show and took on Sheamus. Sheamus, boy, that's a tongue twister. Lashley started off the show to take on Sheamus, and Sheamus showing battle scars. That was a lot of Sheamus.
Shish kebab.
Yeah, shish kebabs, exactly. Sheamus showing off all the knots and welts all over his body from the brutal match on Sunday night with Drew McIntyre. Now, here's the little bit of a story that came into this match. The rest of the Hurt Business tried to run interference. Bobby Lashley still wins. And now Drew McIntyre says that, look, if I win my match 2-on-1 against these jabronis, because, they were running interference, I want to make sure they're banned from ringside at WrestleMania. Well, Drew McIntyre went ahead, won his 2-on-1 handicap match. Now Lashley has to go 1-on-1 with Drew McIntyre, and MVP and Lashley are so hot about it, they went into the locker room of the 24/7 talent. I mean, I'm sorry to call them that, but that's what they are, the 24/7 talent right now.
Mm-hmm.
It said there's a bounty on McIntyre's head. Take him out, and you got a title shot.
Perhaps that's just adding more fuel to the fire in the weeks forthcoming before Mania.
Yeah. And that'll take us there. That'll be the 3 weeks build up.
Yeah.
Runs at him.
Yeah, the whole thing with what presumably would be the the split, or maybe just the downfall of Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander within the Hurt Business. That's kind of a surprising turn. I really felt, I mean, I know they lost the tag titles last week. However,
to your boys.
Yes, that New Day. I just felt there was just so much momentum behind the Hurt Business having all that gold. I was, like I said last week, I was surprised, honestly, that New Day defeated them for the titles last week. But now we, have, and then we got that match with AJ Styles and Omos tagging for the first time. But now I'm just wondering, with Cedric and Shelton, I mean, are they even going to have a role at WrestleMania? Because we know they can't be at ringside, but what about the Hurt Business as a whole? It just seems like Lashley getting the gold has now, caused a split.
Kind of a riff, yeah. But I mean,
thank you.
They should be promoting the leader of the Hurt Business, who is the top champion on that show. So, I mean, who knows? Let's talk Miz TV. And Miz TV said he had WrestleMania-worthy news coming up. We knew it was heading this way. We got a couple U-turns, a couple sidetracks, a couple detours, wrong turns. And next week, to help build to it, oh my God, Johnny Drip Drip and the Mizee, Mizzy, have a new song coming out called Hey Hey Hop Hop to get us into the Easter mood. Linda, I know that you're a big fan of this.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I loved it. The two of them just nonstop entertainment. And this was a fun way to get the ball rolling more between Miz and Bad Bunny. We definitely saw this match coming, but I like how it took the usual Miz and Morrison spin where there's a little funny bit in there. And
what is up with John Morrison's hair?
I think it looks great on him, though.
Oh, boy.
I like it.
This would be the first and only time you hear me say, I would prefer a man bun.
Oh, well, he's got some new clothing, too. I think it all just works really nicely all together. Yes. But any music video that Miz and Morrison have put together has been tremendous. My favorite is, what was that very first one? Some Misfits and Mofos. Let's go way to the dirt sheet, way back when. That one was the original, my favorite. Anywho, it was then, then Miz then had that match where Morrison was no longer at ringside, and lo and behold, we do get an appearance by Bad Bunny, and he got his shot back on the Miz with the guitar. So that was nice to see as well. So I just kind of keep things moving, hopping. If you will.
Keep things hopping along.
Yes. Gotcha. And I like it.
Yeah, and we knew kind of that it was going this way because we had mentioned on this very program that Bad Bunny was part of the WrestleMania poster, and it was set there on purpose for people like myself to tell people like our listeners, hey, look at that, what's going on? So you knew this was coming, right?
Yeah, well, now Damian Priest is on the poster too, but would this eventually be the tag match? It would make sense.
It would, but I don't think it will. So
I think that would help Bad Bunny, but
yeah, I would think so too. Absolutely. Okay, so next week the Dirt Sheet, and it's the premiere edition of Hey Hey Hop Hop Barf Barf. That's what you're gonna get from me.
Hey, that preview.
I know
make you laugh at all.
Yeah, that's me. It's not for me. We got some Omos on the mic last night. If he keeps going, obviously he's brand new to the microphone. Give him a chance. You know what? Let him say more than 2 to 3 words in a row. I liked how AJ was feeding him too, as far as getting him to answer the questions. And then the New Day come out, your boys, feeding him answers as well. These guys are really, all 3 of them, be it Kofi, be it Xavier, and be it AJ, they're all literally just lobbing them right to Omos. And I think he did okay for night 1. I mean, of really being able to talk.
Yeah. I mean, when have we ever heard Mauve said
as a color
programming? Yeah. When he was answering the questions, I wasn't sure what his facial expressions should have been. I know that he kind of was laughing or smiling or snickering along.
Laughing. Yeah, was that supposed to be? Because I liked it. I mean, I was enjoying him.
Yeah, which is funny because he's just this huge giant that
right. He's a colossus.
Yeah. Yes. Like, are we, everyone should be frightened of him due to his size, but we just kind of saw a softer side, kind of a more comical, but more human side of him. And
absolutely.
That made me laugh as well. Peanut butter caramel and what was that? Andre the Giant. Yeah. So
see, that was funny to me.
We called it though. We said last week that this tag team match put together will have some comedy bits leading up just due to New Day and AJ, like you said. And now we've got Omos joining in on the fun.
Hey, we've been asking for a few weeks. Once Sheamus was pulled away from the whole Drew McIntyre, Bobby Lashley title picture, what was next for him? We may have got something last night with Matt Riddle riding around a scooter around Sheamus going, hey, Sheamus, hey, Sheamus, hey, Sheamus, you ever see the Loch Ness Monster? Yeah. I think Riddle is amusing, but I don't know how long the shtick will last for me.
Well, I mean, the whole scooter thing, or just him in general, and
him in general.
I think it'll go for a while. I mean, he's an original bro. That's his thing. That's it.
Bro.
His shtick. Maybe the whole backstage, hey, asking ridiculous questions bit might end after Mania. But if this indeed does become a Sheamus Riddle match for the U.S. Championship title, I'm good with that. I like it.
I'm good too.
I mean, it helps Team Longtime as well.
Yep.
However, just the way Sheamus has been pushed lately and these awesome matches that he's been having with McIntyre. Right,
he's wearing the scars on him.
Yeah, I'm glad that if this does indeed happen, he's getting some type of matchup at Mania.
We have been talking about it. I mean, if he didn't get to the main event, where was he going to be? And why did they walk him up so close to WrestleMania and make him so strong to not have anything and go to, what did we say? The Andre the Giant battle, Memorial?
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk about the tag team champions on the women's side. Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler had at commentary. They had Lana and Naomi, and they wrestled Dana Brooke and Mandy Rose. I really do think that there's a women's tag team something going to happen. I just don't know what it is. You had speculated yesterday morning it might be a ladder match, maybe. That would be cool. It'd be a first. So they've got to have something, and I think it's going to be with the women tag team champions.
With Reginald at ringside, doing some type of shenanigans.
Yes.
Oh, how about those backflips down the ramp?
Yes. I loved it. Braun Strowman versus Elias. Nice little setup off of Sunday, which was, hey, you said you weren't prepared. Well, now you're prepared. You're going to get to take on Elias again. Braun Strowman just blowing through everybody. Braun challenges Shane. That is not official yet, but Braun Strowman and Shane McMahon is going to happen at WrestleMania.
Yes, with Shane saying you pick the type of match. I was going to say, there has to be a stipulation for this match, and
yes,
sounds like there will be.
A stipulation or a specialty type match?
Or specialty maybe was what he said.
Maybe, I don't know. I'm talking PWR draft style, because the stipulation is just a consequence that happens. A specialty is a different, set of rules.
Yeah. Will it include something? I know I've mentioned it, possibly Shane diving off the ship at Raymond James Stadium, but perhaps a train. By the way, how about those sound effects? Roman Express coming through. I had to rewind that. I was like, did I? I'm like, I had to find out what made the choo-choo come through, and it was Braun just, rolling his fingers. Like, here we go.
Yeah. Let's talk the main event segment, which, Linda, you've said multiple times throughout the months that we've been working through this, Randy Orton, Bray Wyatt, The Fiend, Alexa Bliss thing, that you're a fan of horror films. I'm actually not, and I love what we're doing here. I was looking forward when it was announced Randy Orton was going to summon The Fiend. Cool. What's next? What are we going to do? How's it going to look? What's going to happen? Who's involved? How is it going to... I'm waiting with bated breath. This is the most exciting thing right now to me in the WWE. Randy dropped a bullshit on the camera, and I'm pretty sure that it was scripted, and they let it go just to add a little lean into it. Mm-hmm. The Fiend comes out. Alexa Bliss is just talking about how you should be careful what you wish for. She cranks the Jack in the Box. And The Fiend really at the end, and I want you to elaborate for us, The Fiend at the end and Alexa Bliss both pointing at the WrestleMania sign that is on fire. calling out Randy Orton for a match at WrestleMania.
Yes. I loved seeing the flames. I loved hearing the Fiend's music cranked, flames and metal. Like I love that. And they did point, and obviously this is going to match what we're getting, but it was funny because I was like, isn't it normal for like Adam Pearce or whatever to make it official? It just right away.
Right.
Being Randy Orton, but I love it.
Well, they had some technical difficulties in the end of the night because as Byron and Todd Phillips are trying to read the promo cards for everything, they showed the same match twice, and then you could hear Byron going,
Yeah. Well, I was wondering if the Fiend was going to come out from under the ring again tonight, or maybe a little explosion, but, he just appeared with the fire and got the Sister Abigail again on Randy Orton. So
and a mandible claw too.
Oh yes,
the mandible with those melted fingers.
Mm-hmm. Gosh, his face. Every time they zoom in on it, it looks amazing. But I still laugh a little. I'm just like, oh, that's funny. But I love it. So we got 3 weeks left to Mania. Okay, so I'm guessing next week on Raw. Now Randy's going to get one over on them.
Yeah, you're hoping for the balance, right?
Yeah. Okay. Because I thought maybe we would get that last night, but we got Fiend again, getting Randy. Okay. So next week, Randy does what now? Not summons, right. But...
or maybe we get nothing, and he gets it the week after. I mean, who knows? Again,
the go-home show. Okay.
Yeah, I think that the pacing on this whole thing, all the way back, has been amazing. I enjoy the pacing of this whole thing.
Yeah. Everyone involved.
Yeah, I mean, trust me, this is feud of the year, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. All right,
we'll get that payout at Mania too.
Yeah. Here's what we got announced as well for those looking to figure out what night they're going to buy tickets to. They announced a couple of the main matches for each night. Saturday night, we're going to have the Raw Men's, SmackDown Women's, and then Bad Bunny Miz. On night 2, on the Sunday, SmackDown Men's, Raw Women's, and then Fiend and Orton. So let me break that down for you. Saturday night show, April 9th, you're going to have Bobby Lashley, Drew McIntyre. You're going to have Sasha Banks, Bianca Belair, and you're going to have Bad Bunny taking on The Miz. On night 2, on Sunday, April 10th, you're going to have Roman Reigns and Edge, Asuka and Rhea Ripley, and then you're going to have Randy Orton and The Fiend. Linda, what night are you going to?
Saturday is the plan. That could change, but right now I'm looking at just Saturday night. I am happy with the matches for Saturday, although I would want to see Fiend and Randy Orton in person. That's one that I'm like, but yeah, obviously the whole point.
Well, if you're in town, you'll find a place to see it, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'll be watching it. Absolutely. But you know what? The whole part of WrestleMania, I know we've been there, but for anyone, anybody, like it's the point. It's just being there and experience it. Yep. No matter where you are in the building, to be honest with you. So I'll definitely plan. The plan right now is Saturday, and then Sunday. Honestly, probably just watch it in the living room, in the house we're staying at, with our tremendous crew, and enjoy a way to close out the weekend before I head back on Monday.
Nice. All right. Last bit of news here on Tuesday morning. We have the results from the accounting firm at Dewey, Cheatham & Howe. But before I read off the results, there was a move made right before Fastlane started. Linda, did you hear?
I did hear some news.
The man they call Meathead dropping the team of Kenny Omega and Hangman Adam Page. Omega has always been injured. This is the one I've kept in my back pocket. Hangman Adam Page, Kenny Omega, the cleaner, the heavyweight champion, has a torn labrum. While he is working through it, he is legitimately injured. So, therefore, minus 25 points for the man they call Meathead, dropping Omega Page, picking up the tag team of the Street Profits once again. Nothing announced yet. I have a feeling that they're going to be in the main event mix with the tag titles on the SmackDown side.
Very wise move to hold on to this in your back pocket, as you mentioned, until after that exploding barbed wire match.
That is right. I have been joking about it for weeks building up to Revolution, but I said, I hope none of those AEW talents get hurt. I mean, I want them to get hurt, but let's hope they don't get hurt. Well, I've had it in my pocket the whole time. There you go. Also, let's talk about some pending moves that could be coming up. Andrade got released. He is on one of the teams in this PWR draft.
David Heroes, I believe.
David Hero. He will get a free pickup if he chooses to put somebody in the place of Andrade. Plus, Charlotte was announced as having coronavirus. That is injury qualified. It will cost 25 points, but we'll have to wait to see what Drew Bay-Dalla does with that.
Yeah. And with how tight this draft race is between...
Oh, yeah, it's gotten real tight.
Yeah.
So let's talk about it.
Moves.
Yeah, let's talk about it. With 2 point qualifying events left, 2 pay-per-views. TakeOver, which is an NXT event airing over 2 nights. Night 1 airs on the USA Network on free TV, therefore does not qualify for points. Night 2 airs exclusively on the Peacock Network, qualifying for points. Night 2's main event has been announced. It is Karrion Kross and Finn Balor for the NXT Championship. WrestleMania qualifies as both nights are available on the Peacock only. With 2 events left, here's the totals brought to you by the accounting firm of Dewey, Cheatham & Howe. Since the beginning of this draft, I have led. I have 2 events to go. The man they call Meathead, 3,255 points. Now only 120 points behind. Andrew Bay-Dalla, Drew Bay, 3,135. 3,135. Holding court in 3rd place, David Hero, 2,745. Matthew Thomas, Team Matt Damien, in 4th place with 2,520. And Linda Kay, you are still in it at 2,255 points.
Well, hey, never know what can happen.
You never know.
So much stuff going on, Meathead. Wow. Like, I'm just really, really feeling that excitement and that road to WrestleMania. We got the ticket announcement officially take place the last couple of days. We've got marquee matches now official. What am I going to do with myself? Oh,
our local teams are out of the NCAA, so we don't care anymore.
No. Something else I care about this week. This Friday night, GLCW.
Oh, yeah. Tell me.
This Friday night, March 26th at Circle B in Cedar Brook, Wisconsin. We've got the Big Val Bose.
Hello, ladies.
Yes, Val Venus taking on OVW star Luscious Lawrence. We have our
that guy's a star.
Mm-hmm.
That guy's a star. You know what he reminds me of? There's a little Macho Man there.
Ooh.
I don't know why. I see Macho there.
I was picking up more on the Rick Rude vibes, but
sure, maybe a hybrid of Rick Rude and Macho.
Yeah. We have our former senior intern Fanny Pack Kid.
Yep.
Cal Hero.
Isn't his fanny pack on the line down in OVW coming up soon?
Yeah. A lot of stuff going on down in Louisville as well. We've got also Saturday night, a 2-for this weekend. It's Merrill Mania featuring Val Venus as well, up in Merrill, Wisconsin, Saturday night with a lot of the talents from Friday night's show also participating on Saturday night. So Dave Hero, myself, a lot of us pretty busy this weekend, and there's still some tickets available, but you better get them before.
Yeah, I saw first row was definitely gone. So I mean, there's seats left, but
blizzardbrawl.com. Come up and enjoy some safe and live fun family entertainment. We'll see you then.
Awesome. Well, hey, we'll see you guys in audio form tomorrow. For Linda Kay, I'm the man they call Meathead. Hey, thanks for stopping by. So long, everyone.